Hello everyone, Valkorpa. Hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday and are more than prepared for the weekend ahead. Started a little early today because I was goofing around. Figured, done everything I wanted to. Might as well get on with the show. You may have noticed that I am not where I left off on Tuesday. Rather than being at the back of Castle Stormvale, I am at its front. The reason for that being there's a couple things, well there's more than a couple things, that we need to do in Stormvale before we can go talk to Daddy Longarms, otherwise known as Godric the Grafted. One is to have a conversation with a certain grifter here. So he's now open to us as a merchant, which is great because it means that I can finally in normal situations it would be great because it would mean that I could finally purchase the parrying buckler. But I did a little bit of leveling off screen. As you may be able to tell, I bumped dexterity and mind up a little bit. So what we're going to do instead, sad though it may seem to all of you, is miss. And do you see that? Oh man, well, that makes me feel pretty sad. Oh, we got Meow Meow saying audio sounds skippy. Just my luck. Let me see if I can't adjust my microphone inputs because, hoo boy, this is just the nature of my setup, unfortunately. I don't know exactly what it is that causes it, and I wish that I could figure it out because I can't hear it on my end. I guess what it really is somewhere between my input coming in and being transferred to Twitch. There's just some kind of choppiness that starts. I hope that it stops. Usually it kind of stops organically, but I've double-checked just now all of my audio equipment is firmly fastened. Hopefully it goes away. Back to the show here. Gostock made us feel real bad. What did I do to deserve this? Only, you know, locking us in a room with a murderer and stealing our runes and such. Not a lot. And as you can see, we got back all of the runes that we lost every time he stole from us. So that's nice. I just want to really quick read his bell bearing. See if there's any good information on that. Gatekeeper Gostock's bell bearing, found upon his perished flesh. Offered to the Twin Maiden husks the Round Table hold to gain access to new items. So we'll do that later. I don't need the buckler right now. Definitely do let me know if and when the audio issue stops. I'm terribly sorry, and I would totally understand if you chose to go do something else for a while the audio figures itself out. Until then, I'm going to soldier on. Apologize every time I can think of it. At the start of the stream here, I'd just like to remind everyone that going forward, I'd like this to be an Elden Ring AMA while I play feel free to ask me whatever questions you have about the lore, the gameplay mechanics, my experience with the game, etc. And I'll fill in the empty space with whatever I can think. So right now, I've transported back in front of that fog wall. But before we do anything about that, we're gonna just... and that, and get hit. Run over here. Hey, buddy. Excuse me. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna grab this while I remember it's there. Ooh! Sorry, I thought he was a little further off. Okay, that's a door we're also going to have to revisit. Oh, Lord. So we can kind of use the troll as pest control on these birds. Oof. Because they're especially bad. I'm going to heal while I have my druthers. Oh! Okay, yikes. I could very easily die here. It would be frightfully, deliciously simple. But he's done what I wanted him to, which is break that statue, as you just kind of saw. Oh, thanks, bud. Thanks, troll. Come on. Oh, no. That's enough out of all of you. Okay. So that's the real danger sorted here. Well, one of the two real dangers. I am absolutely not afraid of the troll. It's just the bird. Thank you, troll. Luckily... Oh no! Hey, where did all my health go? Okay, come on, bud. Well, I deserve that for my greed. Whew. Savage. There we go. Okay. Now that everyone's been suitably pacified, I pick up those stones. Which, admittedly, is not a great bounty, but, it's the only way you can get it. I don't know if I've been up here. Well, the answer is a resounding no. I'm being kind of fast and loose here, which is never the intelligent move to make when playing Elden Ring. Let's clear this up, and maybe what I can do is take some time to talk about Godwyn, not Godwyn. Godric, who we will meet very shortly. Godric is a distant relative of the quote-unquote first Elden Lord, Godfrey. He can trace his ancestry back to the start of the Golden Lineage, and he's very proud of that. However, he lacks the sort of facility and bravura to really belong.
Be proud. You were a fine warrior. Your only mistake was your choice of master. Let the winds lift you to a higher place.
Let the voice of love take you higher.
Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain Father would permit me aid the fight.
So this is Nefeli Lu, a tarnished like us, though she is a little more established in the Lands Between. She is an orphan, apparently, but has a foster father in good old Sir Gideon Ofnir, who we met a few streams ago. I guess last week we met him. Not a terribly charming guy. Certainly at odds with this woman of few words. She has very little good to say about Godric and his ilk, and will happily help us out when it comes time to do battle with him. But a little more on Godric. He grew up in the capital and was not always known as the Spider or Godric the Grafted, but just Godric, where I assume he led a sort of dull, unprosperous life as the distant relative of royalty. Oh, how dare you interrupt me? What is going on here? Oh. What's going on here is that I was trying to use Bloodhound's finesse while I wasn't two-handing the sword. Anyway, shattering happens. All of a sudden, these great runes broken off from the Elden Ring are up for grabs, and he manages to grab the Anchor Ring, arguably the most important part of the Elden Ring. And with that, he tries to establish his primacy in the Lands Between, in the capital Leyndell, until he was threatened by General Radon, the Star Scourge, who was also a big fan of Godfrey's, but better at imitating him than Godric ever was. Chased Godric out of the castle, out of the capital. He purportedly used the Mimic Veil, this item here, to hide amongst the womenfolk as they were fleeing the capital during one of the sieges of Leyndell. And he rides all the way down here to Limgrave, where he takes the unoccupied seat of Stormvale, furnishes it with his banished knights, and holes up there, presumably planning to one day retake Leyndell. While Melania marched south, Melania, who is the daughter of Merica and Radagon, distant relative to Godric. While she was marching south, he thought that it would be fun to make fun of her, though I'm not sure how exactly or what was said. And so I'm doing a little bit of mental math here. Do I have enough? Not particularly. No, okay, I'm not going to worry about that. She got in a little fight with him, and it was enough to make him beg for mercy and grovel at her feet. And it was at that point, really, that pretty much everyone who wasn't directly under his fealty just lost all respect for him. I think probably at that point when he started turning to the art of grafting to improve his power, since he had no remarkable power to call his own. So he would sit in his castle, wait for Tarnish to come and try to claim his shard of the Elden Ring, and have this little malevolent murder maze that he set up chew them up so that he could then take their arms and legs and graft them onto himself. But let's go meet him, shall we? Let's first bring Nefeli Lu, because she expressed interest in joining the battle. And then I will briefly shut up so we can get our first up-close look at the erstwhile Lord of Stormvale.
mighty dragon. Thou art a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well... the lowly tarnished. Playing as a lord. I command thee, kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden.
Yeah, I walked right into that. Whew. There we go.
Truest of dragons. Lend me thy strength. Forefathers, one and all! Bear witness!
Well, that didn't work out my way. Wow. Whoa.
I am the lord of all that is golden. And one day, we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Well, lot to unpack there. Thank you for the tooltip. Just gonna quickly do that. Obviously a ghastly person to behold, Godric is. Something that's maybe easy to dismiss when first seeing him or overlook is just how poorly a job he did at grafting. It's very asymmetrical, and you can see like fingernails hanging off, toes where they shouldn't be, like bones and pieces of hand sticking out as they are not meant to be that way naturally. And of course the magnificent spectacle of him ripping off a dragon's head at the neck and grafting it onto his arm, while it still has the ability to roar and spit fire. Probably one of a handful of bosses you're actually fighting at their best. Which is sad for Godric, given that we made short work of him. I've heard it said that if you do enough damage to Godric before he triggers the second phase cutscene, the dragon's head remains on this dragon model, which is, I guess, kind of like a grisly trophy of your ability to bop bosses quick. Anyway, let's do some stuff. So I got quite a few runes from him. I think where I want to put them is Vigor. Yeah, thank you for that. Awesome. And we're going to briefly step away to have a conversation at the Round Table Hall. And I guess when we get there, I should probably pull up the flavor text for the two things I picked up, Godric's Great Rune and the Remembrance of Godric the Grafted. But really quick, just taking a peek here, a door has opened up to us, and there's an ominous figure waiting on the other side of it. Excuse me. Okay, I did pick up one of those, which is nice. Here we are. Godric's Great Rune. The Great Rune of the Shardbearer Godric, devoid of any benediction. Seek the Divine Tower of Limgrave, which stands beyond the Great Bridge from Stormvale Castle. A very helpful tip, because although you've gotten Godric's Great Rune, it is essentially just taking up space in your inventory until you visit the Divine Tower associated with that rune and restore its benediction or its grace. In the meantime, let's go here, I think. There it is, yeah. Remembrance of Godric the Grafted, hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. A feeble man sought power through the grotesque act of grafting. One day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold. And of course he's talking about Leyndell, the capital over which sits the Erd Tree. Who to talk to first? I mean, let's just go in here first and get a good look. So here, before us, are the two fingers and their reader, Enya. Let me give you the Rapture emote. Which, why not? Why not do a Steve Holt post? Let's just test now. It's a little too slow to be a Steve Holt post, or Steve Holt pose. But, yeah, it'll do. Very nice, thank you. We can't communicate with them directly, but we can talk to Enya.
Are you that new Tarnished? You've done well. I am Enya the Finger Reader. I interpret the words of the fingers, envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shardbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you.
Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, The tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabating. But the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the Tarnished are guided by grace, called to act. Brave Tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order.
Let the words of the fingers guide you.
So there's a lot to unpack there, but we can easily summarize it by saying Enya is reiterating the opening cutscene, all the information we got there. That the Elden Ring was an important part of Lands Between, sort of the linchpin of it until it was shattered, and as a result, sort of life and joy and all things good are in tatters, and it is up to the Tarnished, by the will of the Greater Will, to seek the shards of the Elden Ring, reassemble them before the Erd Tree, and become Elden Lord. Now, these fingers are rocking not one but two mullets, so you know they're here to party. And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, I see. A remembrance of gold has found its way into your possession. Demigods and even the greater of the champions are hewn by the Erd Tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, Tarnished, you are here to take, are you not?
Which brings up a good point. The Tarnished in general, despite the fact that they were summoned here to the Lands Between, do little to contribute to the Lands Between themselves. They come here to hang out in the Round Table Hold, make use of Hugh's smithy, traipse across the different regions of the Land Between, smash these demigods and such, and mostly just lead a swath of destruction in their wake. And there are a few exceptions. Gold Mask, for example, is writing a thesis of sorts, and Corrin is assisting him in that writing. Gideon Ofnir, if you squint real hard, could be seen as creating a knowledge base, but really he's only doing it for himself, so that hardly counts. Yeah, but the vast majority are just kind of either broken, petty individuals, or those who are actively seeking combat and the death of others. And we are no exception. We're just better at it than everyone else. So remembrances, as she mentioned, are, I guess, wood carvings of demigods and such. You can see right there in the text. that you can use to convert into boss weapons. For example, the Remembrance of the Grafted grants us either the Axe of Godric or the Grafted Dragon. So I can read the flavor text for each. Great axe wielded by Godric the Grafted, the golden battle axe is emblazoned with the figure of a beast, representing the strength of Godfrey, first Elden Lord and patriarch of the golden lineage. I command thee kneel, for I am the lord of all that is golden. He talks a big talk, Godric does. And then we have the Grafted Dragon, which is a fist weapon. One of the few fist weapons that is not paired. The embodiment of the power that still remained in the dragon's head that was grafted to Godric's left arm. The wielder's arm will take the form of a small dragon, sprouting sharp dragon fangs at the fist. This weapon cannot be two-handed. And you can use it much like Godric did to spew flames in front of you. Given that we are going with sort of lighter finessey weapons, I don't see any need to convert the Remembrance into either. I'm instead going to use it for runes. Let's see what she has to say about Great Runes.
Great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess, Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak.
The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left.
Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
So yeah, she had much the same to say about Godric that I said. But she...
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
But she made a good point, or a point that I'd like to expand on. When the Elden Ring was shattered by Queen Marika, the Greater Will, the sort of overarching god of the area, wasn't too fussed because they had already set up sort of backfills for Marika's position as the Eternal Goddess. And these backfills were called Empyreans. There were at least 3 that we know of around at the time, those being Lunar Princess Rani, Melania, also known as Melania the Severed, and Mikola, the Unalloyed, the latter 2 being twins. However, when the demigods showed more interest in gathering up runes and fighting with each other, the Greater Will, I guess, sort of washed their hands of them and decided, well, if I can't have someone who is going to do what I need them to do, I'll just get these Tarnished, who I kicked out of my my fun little book club, and say, hey, you can rejoin the book club, provided you get rid of all these quarrelsome members, and we can start a new book club, and you can even pick the book. How about that? That's my take, at least. And look who it is.
Ah, we meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need?
Poor guy.
Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it.
That's really nice.
As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore.
And we can talk to him about what we found under Stormvale last time, which, for those of you who weren't in the last stream, we went down to the bowels of Stormvale Castle, and we fought an ulcerated tree spirit, much like the one I fought and was defeated by multiple times last week. However, I got it and won this time. Who knows how. And, yeah, just beyond where you fight the ulcerated tree spirit is this gargantuan, flat, melted, like, Salvador Dali fish, which is the remains of Godwin. And we witnessed Rogier getting attacked or infected by something.
The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ring. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwin the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
A couple more things to say. It seems that I misspoke when I said that only certain Tarnished are making active contributions to the Lands Between. That is, of course, a gross oversimplification, and I just wasn't thinking about other characters, because we have Rogier, who was trying to put down a firm, accurate account of what exactly happened preceding the shattering of the Elden Ring, that being the Night of the Black Knives, who was involved, how was it orchestrated, and he got far enough to find that someone had stolen the Rune of Destined Death from Malekith, who was its ward, and used it to create a weapon capable of slaying demigods, which they used to slay Godwin, but only in soul, putting him in the state that we found him under the castle. Another thing I wanted to note is, maybe you can see, but there's little flies and such coming off of Rogier's body, and you can see roots and such peeking out. He's been infected with the Death Blight, which is what we saw last time. And unlike with the player character, where when you get infected with Death Blight, you die instantly, his dying is a little bit more of a long process, which is incredibly sad.
Ah, so you've met Dee. Dee is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, bound by our exploration of death. But our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. Dee was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if they were like you, all the better.
It's this part of Rogier's quest that I typically fail just because I never know what to do, and I go and progress other parts of the main quest, and all of a sudden he's at death's door and there's nothing I can do for him. So Not now, I'm not going to hold you hostage while I read the Fextra Life page for Rogier, but I would like to complete it in the way it's intended. And it's also sad to hear that he had a friend who's just beyond that hallway there, who will no longer speak with him because of the state he's in. Because of ideological differences. But yes, why don't you take a nap? Don't overexert yourself, Rogier. So sorry to see you in this state. Let's go talk to Dee.
What is it? Still milling about? The map indicates where the gateway is hidden. It will lead you to Garank, the beast clergyman. What is it?
Okay,
the map
so
indicates it will lead you.
He doesn't have anything more he wants to say to me until I go visit Garank. So we'll come back to him later. Maybe we'll even have time to visit Garank in this episode. Let's talk to Resident D-Bag.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then I bid you welcome, as a true member of the Round Table. I am known as Gideon Ofnir, as a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. I am accumulating knowledge, to be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant. You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the volcano manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgoth, the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Lane Dell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Well, we can learn about all of them, if you all don't mind me taking the time to listen to more dialogue. And I guess despite all of the many things Gideon Ofnir has done, and will do over the course of this playthrough, at least it can be said that he's willing to offer a hand to those who he deems worthy of it. Which is not the best set of criteria for the worth of a person, but at least he is helping me.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already. General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat. I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn is still there as well, in Caelid. Though, I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore.
Brief aside on this. I think Radahn's story may still, after experiencing all the other storylines in this game, be my favorite. I have a soft spot for warlike brutes with a hidden intelligence that one can only see by looking at the sum total of their deeds rather than who they are currently and what they're best known for.
Praetor Rykard is the lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
So it's interesting that he states and also knows that Rykard committed a blasphemy. Maybe that's all he knows, because you'd think that how exactly Rykard blasphemed would be more noteworthy, more worth talking about, especially to someone who you fully expect is going to go out and try to kill him. Though Gideon Ofnir's little turns of phrase indicate to me that he does have some knowledge of what Rykard's grave sin of blasphemy actually entails.
Morgoth the Grace-Given is Lord of Leyndell, the capital city. It lies at the foot of the Erd Tree, in the east of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing there, until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring. Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch can wait.
Another little addition from me. It's funny, as it currently stands, you can get up to 7 great runes in the main game. It could be, and I kind of expect it, will be that when the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC comes out, there will be 1 or 2 new great runes that we can obtain. However, there are 7 total that you can obtain in the base game, and they only require you to claim 2 before repairing the Elden Ring. Really, if we think about the necessities of the game and what you have to do, technically you will have 4 runes at the very least by the time you finish it. Though you can have, again, if you twist what you consider a great rune, semantically you can have up to like 13 or maybe 12. But in the eyes of the Greater Willen, it's upper middle management, the Two Fingers. 2 out of 7 is enough. They can probably fix this intricate, esoteric eldritch order that we've created with just 2 of the 7 pieces of its original component. Hilarious to me.
The Academy of Rhea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy. But Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The Great Rune dwells within the amber egg that was Radagon's gift to her.
Renala has it pretty bad too. If I sat here and said, like, listed off everyone who has it pretty bad, I'd be here for the rest of my natural life. But Renala did get quite the short end of the stick due to forces beyond her control. And we can talk about that more when we get into her neck of the woods, which shouldn't be too long from now. But yeah, that's the knowledge that Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing, felt fit to impart upon us. And of course we got Ensha over here. He won't say anything to us. And Nefeli.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the round table. Nefeli Lu. We met at Stormvale. I'm glad to see you here. I have something for you. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
The Arsenal Charm. Let's take a quick look at that. Where are you? Oh, there you are. An iron charm that resembles a mass of weaponry. Not unlike the Iron Throne, I suspect. Boosts maximum equipment load. This talisman was derived from an unusual greatsword, once wielded by a hero hungry for vengeance. So, yet another reference to the grafted greatsword that we picked up not too terribly long ago in Castle Morn, and its vengeful hero, whose hunger for retribution seems to persist beyond time and his mortal body, seeming to take root in, sorry about the mic bump, Edgar, who helped us at Castle Morn. Anyway, she probably has more to say.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be worth your while.
I was about to say, how did Gideon Ofnir end up being the leader? But when I look at everyone around here, everyone's just kind of into their own stuff. No one's really looking to do any administrative work, which is a delicious irony given that we're all presumably here to become Lord of the Lands Between. But I digress. So we can now offer a bell bearing to the Twin Maidens, and we'll give them Gostoks. I still don't feel great about killing him, but he did a lot of bad to us. Not that that justifies killing, but hey, we got some runes out of fate. Anyway, I'm gonna purchase this buckler now, and once I get a couple other things sorted, you can all watch me slowly but surely improve my parrying skills on one of the best teachers, that being the Crucible Knights. But for now, it will languish in my inventory. And I think we've talked to everyone that I care to talk to for now. Maybe Hugh and Roderica have something to say, but I think it can wait. We can do some action here after I do this. And for anyone who accidentally consumes this remembrance and says, oh no, I've lost the ability to get that bitchin' axe that Godric had, or whatever, there are locations where you can regain the remembrance. They're the Wandering Mausoleums, one of which we saw in the Weeping Peninsula, those giant, turtley, towery boys. But I don't want any of Godric's stuff. It fits me not. Put another point in Vigor. I think what I'll do is get up to 30 Vigor, then maybe get my Mind stat to a point where my FP is above 100. Because I think I'd like to try out one of those Prestige summons for the time being. Nope, nope, not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright, and maybe... yeah, that is quite a lot of runes to be walking around for what we're intending to do. So what I will do is... 12, so it's held that many. I probably need 13. Oh, but I tapped the wrong button. Alright, well this gives me ample opportunity to press the wrong button over and over again. Okay, so I'm about 1,800 short, which would be Wrong buttons. 5 of these. There we go. And that should put me...
What is it?
Oh, no. Stop,
map
stop, stop,
indicate
stop,
belief.
stop. There we go. If only I could get out of conversations that I don't want to have because I've already had them 1,000 times by just saying no, stop, 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 and walking away. I mean, I could, but I'd quickly become a hermit. Anyway, enough about all that. We need to go... Ooh, what's the best way to get to where we want to go? I guess here. Gotta do a spot of fighting. A spot of clearing out. So that we can access the main gate of Stormvale without just getting absolutely ruined by the ballista. I haven't shown it because honestly it would be a waste of time to have all of you see me get hit by 10 ballista bolts and die instantly. So we're going to approach this with as much intelligence and grace as I can muster. Good morning, Puppo. Whoa. Ooh-wee. Let you take care of the dog. Thank you. Where'd he go? Did he... Oh. Ouch. Well, I jumped right up and said, hey, you can hit me. That's okay. Lordy. Alright, well, come on. Come on, friends. We've got some clearing out to do. Yeah, some screaming. Some angry grunting. It's exquisitely dark right now. Here. Ooh, ooh, ah. I think I already picked one of those up, but we'll look momentarily. I can't even tell who's who. Alright, hey buds. Yeah, they really don't like it when you fight them from this angle. Come on. Alright. That up. Thank you for the exile armor. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of let them do their own thing here. Oh, excuse me. Will you... Oh. Can we dispense? Thank you. No, I haven't forgotten that you're there. There's you. Ugh. My incessant instinct to do the counter, or the guard counter, is just getting me into all sorts of trouble with these exile knights. Okay. Y'all acquitted yourselves well, and I appreciate your service. Go and rest now in the great Arby's in the sky. Enjoy the curly fries, the horsey sauce, and all manner of quote-unquote delicious quick service restaurant treats. Whew. Okay. Nice. Can't believe that worked. Oh, Lord. Well, that's them sorted. Let's take a quick peeky. Little peek of the week here at the shield I just picked up, which is not here. It is here. Okay. Yeah, I picked that. Okay, cool. We're good. Wooden Great Shield reinforced with metal ornamentation. Great Shields boast high damage negation and guard capacity, making enemy attacks easy to repel. Not a whole lot to be gained from this knowledge. I do see that it's covered in like a thorn motif, perhaps in reference to the death root that is strangling this castle. Alright, here is where we must be terribly, terribly careful. Do I really not have... okay, there. I fought a couple wolves off screen and constructed some arrows. We are going to see what I can do here. Ugh. Okay. There we go. That's right, buddy. Aw, beans. All right. I keep forgetting that this is not the Lion Greatbow and I can move around while I aim. I'm doing just a garbage job of it though. Sad though it is to say. Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. But I guess we know at least where we need to aim, which is like at the shins, if we want to hit him. Thank you. And you might be wondering why I'm not trying to get a better vantage on this guy. The answer, simply put, is there's a couple of homies with ballistae that are waiting to ruin my day. My ballistae. Okay. Just take a quick peek here. I hear footsteps. I know someone's around. I don't know if there's a way to get around, but I know currently... Oh, hey, whoa, 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 oh. Wait, who did that? Who was that? Ouch. Okay, so it appears to be coming from over here, I think. Okay, maybe if I just stand here for a second and watch. I have no idea where that's... Oh! Oh, hi! Ohio! Okay, well, that's him sorted. So just to sort of demonstrate my point here, if I walk out this way, that's what happens. Which is why I'm taking care where I walk. So if I face this way, where's that? Okay, please indulge me. I just want to see if there is a way around here that I hadn't considered. It doesn't look like there is. But it never hurts to check, because Elden Ring is an absolutely enormous game, and it's broad and deep. And you never know exactly when, oh, come on. You never know exactly when you're overlooking something. Thank you. Terror Chicken. I have to be extremely careful with my arrows, because, yeah, look at this. I've used 16 to dispatch 2 sad, pathetic little guards. Hi. Ooh. Spicy. Can we not? Okay, I'm about to beef it here. Ooh. Come on. Okay. Let's go. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Man, I'd really love it if someone dropped a good old flask, backup flask for me. I know you won't, but a lady can dream, right? I'm just gonna nab this St. Trina's Lily. Okay, well, I'm satisfied in the assumption that I can't get to what I want. Actually, let me just do one more thing. 1,000 pardons. To see if it makes a bit of difference. I'm just gonna walk along here, take a look at all of the pathways. Oh my god! Hello. Forgot about you. Whew. Surround sound's a hell of a drug. Kitty update. Got Birdie, my youngest, on my lap. Harry is shrimping with childish abandon right next to him. So we are a couple of, or a trio of happy boys. What more could one want? Alright, so here's my plan. I'm going to run as fast as I can and see what happens. Well. Oh, there's 2 of them! Alright. Well, you know, that wasn't so bad. Oh, come on. My god. Will you... That's you. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lordy. Normally... Sorry, I thought that was a consumable item. I'd be able to sneak by one or more of them and pick up some health with my talisman. But it was not in the cards today. Sad though I am to say. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of strafing and not strafing, but looking around, trying to figure out what's going on. Trying not to let my bad habits get the better of me, knowing I'll inevitably fail. Ah, beans. Well, hey guys. Come on. Let's get you, yeah. Okay. That's 2 down. Let's see if maybe I can just have them forget about excuse me, forget about me, which appears to be what is happening. Yeah, they not a patient crowd, these exiles. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do in the interest of sparing everyone's time and my own terribly fragile nerves. We are going to just do a cheeky little sneak and fail. Oh no! I'm in danger. exactly what I was trying to avoid was that lion. Lion's not a not an average foe. Not your typical beast of the wild, because as you may have been able to guess from the sound, it has blades attached to it. Can I? Ah, yes. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna give myself a bit of advantage here. Because I sure need it. Ooh, okay, yikes. Get up. That almost went a lot worse. Oh, come on. And that's that. Ooh. Got a Somber Smithing Stone, some Beast Blood, and an Old Fang. Real quick, let's just clear out the courtyard here. See if there's any worthy items that I need to pick up. Come on, guys. There's that. And we've thrown down the gauntlet and then picked it up, conveniently enough. Did you just kick me? The disrespect. Well. All right. Thank you. Ooh, that didn't work out exactly the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. Oh, sorry, I'm all turned around. I thought there was a guy right behind me. Ooh, spicy. Yikes. Okay. There we go. Not bad. Not bad for what ended up being a numbers fight that wasn't initially in my favor. Ooh, oh yikes. Okay, I thought I sorted you out. The answer is apparently no. Come on. Okay, someone's shooting arrows at me. Yeah, seems like they are. Alright, well. I can... Oh no. Crap. Where'd you go? Okay. Cool. Now, the... Ballistatore over here. There you are. Oh, you're not even using the ballista. Oh, come on. Oh. Can I get you to stand still? Okay. Oh, buddy. This is... more my speed. There we go. Okay. That's you sorted. I've got 3 more arrows and one guy who needs them to be in... Oh my! Where's the danger from? I'm just gonna, real quick... God, I'm so bad at getting my weapon loadout back to normal. Okay. Where are the rest of these ballista nerds? There. Whoa! Oh god. Run. Okay. I'm goofing around here when I really, really shouldn't. But sometimes you just cannot help yourself. Let's see. I think we've gotten our friends up here, which is good. It means that they'll be able to help. Ooh, I need to be careful. Alright, I think with that, the worst of it's behind us. Put this up too while I'm at it. Greed! Alright, little guys. Probably don't want to be called little guys, huh? Man, these smithing stones are a valuable commodity. I don't think I can get this guy. Ah, maybe I can. It's just... I need to move this bow to my right hand. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I'm just gonna... In the name of all that is holy, let us dispense with the ballista. Not that it's going to matter, because it's immediately going to repopulate as soon as I hit a site of grace, but doesn't it feel good to beat on it? We'll just briefly ignore what I said there. This, if you hadn't taken up Gostok's offer to open the gates, you could open it yourself from there, but it's a phenomenal, exquisite pain in the ass to do, as you just saw. So I recommend just telling him to do it for you. Take a peek at the Commoner's Simple Guard. It's something I believe we already have. No, it isn't. Garb with a modest cloth cape attached. Standard wear for commoners of the lands between. The board hung from the neck depicts a sprawling tree, its roots and branches forming two holes. This is a self-imposed shackle, a voluntary display of allegiance to the Erd Tree that increases faith. So yeah, noble folk of the classical era had their togas, which required them to keep one or both hands busy, indicating their lack of need for hands to do common work. Lands Between folk have these, like this, I don't know, what would you call it? Manacles, a pillory that they just hang around their neck and put their wrists in to show that clearly they don't have anything better to do than praise the tree. And granted, it's a beautiful tree. Look at that. One of the trees of all time. Just gonna sit here for a bit, get all my stuff back. And yeah, I didn't think I had enough, but figured it was worth checking. Don't have anything else I really need to do here, so let's get a move on. Actually, before that, let's do a little housekeeping. There we go, got the longbow equipped, and I just want to see if I have... No. What I was looking for is crystal darts, which are made from cracked crystal shards that you can find in certain mines, especially those in Lierne of the Lakes. If you use them on certain enemies, constructs, that is, they will occasionally short-circuit and go berserk and attack their compatriots, as well as you. They just stop discriminating on what they're attacking, is what it comes down to. Are you the one? No, you're put together. So as you can see here, this is a sort of graveyard of giant golems. Though not all of them are dead. This one here, and that one there, and there's one more right there in the back with a bow, who is going to be shooting at us the whole time, and it really sucks. So what we want to do is always keep them there, because that happens. And there are a few things better. Oh, come on. There we go. Thank you. Oh, buddy. Lo siento. About the friendly fire. Typically, I have not found it this easy. But you know that I'm not going to complain. Alright. Okay. Please drop something. Just go pick it up. Yoink. Oh, 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 oh. There. Hey! I don't know if I've ever picked that up before in any of my playthroughs. I'm gonna hide over here. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Okay, let's see. Can't ride the horse. So we're just gonna have to be deliciously careful. And that's what I was gonna do. The halberd requires a phenomenal 36 strength. A great halberd of the black stone, carved by civilization now gone to ruin, wielded by guardian golems. And this touches one of the many empty spots I have in my Elden Ring lore. I'm just gonna run this way. Well, that didn't do what I hoped it would. So what we're gonna do instead is run over here. Come on, come on. You can make it. You can make it. One of the weak spots in my knowledge of lore, because I don't remember who it was or which civilization is said to be responsible for these golems, is I do know that they are the same civilization responsible for the Erdtree burial guardians and the imps that you find in catacombs, speckled throughout the lands between. But I don't know who it is. I think I've heard Radagon, Mikola, Dynast, who is a mysterious figure that you don't really learn very much about at all in the game. Good night. But I don't know who. Presumably there are YouTube videos out and about where one can learn this information. I haven't found it. And we got some great arrows out of it. Great arrows we can't use, but maybe we can learn something from. Great arrow of blackstone. Okay, the hefty arrow is enrobed in tempestuous winds, allowing it to break enemy stances and guards with ease. Well, that's neat. I think these are farmable, but it's really not worth the time to do the farming. And you might be wondering why I'm not using this portal here. There are items that I know are down here, at least one of which I believe is of some importance. So let's grab it. It's not that one. It's this one, Ash of War Scarab. Alright, I believe it's a hat, and yeah, it's a silly little hat. Gray scarab worn directly on the head. These scarabs roll clumps of ashes of war during their labors. Slightly reduces the FP cost of skills, but increases damage taken. Really not worth it, but I will just wear it on my head so you guys can see. It's a face mask. Well, it's like a whole head covering. I've stuck my entire body into this beetle's abdomen. And I've got this eye insignia, which I believe is the insignia of Sir Gideon Ofnir. So yes, that means those honeypots that lead us into danger, not only are they a good way to get killed if you are not prepared for whatever it's leading you into, they're also maybe drones, in multiple senses of the word, for Gideon Ofnir, to spy on you and everyone else in the lands between. Because you don't become all-knowing by respecting other people's privacy. I'm terribly sorry about this this bad platforming display. I don't even know if you're intended to be able to jump up. But I did it once before, and it's better than fast traveling. Alright. So now, let us be taken across this broken bridge to the Divine Tower of Limgrave. And I know I said this before, but I hope everyone watching is having a wonderful Thursday evening. I am looking forward to the weekend, as always. It will be nice to rejuvenate and not have to think about work for a little bit. So, a point. You can come here before you defeat Godric and obtain the rune. However, if you do so, these doors will not open. These towers share a curious architecture, which I've heard be attributed to the fire giants, though I don't really know based on what. More curious than all that to me is, and maybe you saw a bit of it while I was rolling the screen around, there's these like shadows that are dripping from the inside. And you can see that in, to the best of my knowledge, every divine tower in the game. Right. Going to activate this. There we go. And sad though I am to say, I expect there will be another tooltip menu pop up soon. Hopefully one of the last for a while. Let's take a quick look before we touch this. Clearly what we have here is a dead and petrified set of two fingers. Sorry, I just like the silhouette there. Who have turned to stone, not unlike a tree that has been kept in certain conditions for hundreds of years. And we can hear the sound of shattering coming from this imprint of the Great Rune. And it's ours now. And that has unlocked the power of Godric's Great Rune. So let's read about that, shall we? Was there at the top. The Great Rune of the Shardbearer Godric. Its blessing raises all attributes. This Great Rune is known as the Anchor Ring, found in the corner of the Elden Ring. Sorry, not the corner. The center of the Elden Ring. The first demigods were the Elden Lord Godfrey and his offspring, the Golden Lineage. Well, there it states it in black and white, but it's a question that I guess I only had because I overlooked this one piece of text. Whether or not Godfrey was considered a demigod. An Elden Lord, certainly. A champion and a hero, to be sure. But I thought that only his offspring got the honor of being known as demigods because they were born from a god, whereas he was not. And he never really ascended to godhood. In truth, all grace he had was directly from his wife and was later taken away from him. But yeah, let's equip this and do this. So yeah, as soon as you equip it, it doesn't do anything. However, when you... I thought I had a rune arc. This is where one would go to use a rune arc. So if I have one... here, but I don't. So, can't use it. You have to consume a rune arc to activate the Great Rune, at which point it remains active until your next death. Which, at this point in the game, really doesn't make it worthwhile to activate, especially since unless you're buying them, rune arcs aren't easy to come by at this point. I know you can farm rats for them, but the drop rate is so incredibly low as to make it not worth it unless you have a high arcane skill, which boosts item discovery. So I have fast traveled here, and we are going to, as I mentioned, grab this buckler and do what I said that I would try to do. To do so, we will need to go, not here, sorry, not there even, or there. Oh, whoa, I'm having problems. I'm having some big ish. This is where we're going. So sorry. Let's get on with it. Whee. And we're gonna ignore the sky wolves, as cool as it is that they exist. We're not going to go down that way. We're going to hop over here. And we're going to hot-foot it through this field of goats. Some of these goats, the rams, that is, will attack you while the rest will run away. But yeah. Once more, I must beg your indulgence. Because even when I'm using a playstyle I'm good at, I'm not good at fighting the Crucible Knights. And one such Crucible Knight will be found here. I probably should have checked to see... well, you know, if I'm going to lose my runes, this is the place to do it. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Oh my! Ooh, yikes. Thank you. It's also a good way to replenish my, oh crap, health. As I mentioned, these guys are good teachers for parrying because they've got very long but predictable strikes. Come on. Ooh, yikes. Come on. Thank you. Oh, we're getting the hang of it, slowly but surely. Ooh, should have rolled away. He's so generous to do, donate his health. Come on, do your thing. Thank you. Go on, go on. Oh no. Come on, drink. Thank you. Where'd he go? Okay. Oh no, yeah, he's getting crazy with the cheese whiz here. Thank you. Ooh. Oh, didn't dodge it that time. Oh my. Yeah, he got me good there. Well, if it didn't happen in front of me, I wouldn't have believed it. Yeah, got him in one try. Okay. So, parrying is a thing that I'm not good at. But maybe I'm not as bad as bad as I thought. And really what saved me more than the parrying, well, I mean the parrying was mostly what to do with it, but equal parts. I'm sorry, I guess I'm reeling from this fight. What I'm trying to say is it was equal parts the parrying and the Crimson Assassin dagger that saved my bacon there. Because it would have been the simplest thing for me to just die, and I came delectably close to dying. Sorry, I am going to look at a few things, because we picked up a few things. We picked up aspects of the Crucible Tail. One of the ancient Erd Tree incantations creates a supple tail that sweeps through foes before the caster, charging enhances his potency. This is a manifestation of the Erd Tree's primal vital energies, an aspect of the primordial crucible where all life was once blended together. Something I'm not clear on is whether or not this this crucible within the ancient Erd Tree and the life that was blended in it was the one great before the fracture and distinction. Not an important thing, not a terribly important thing at least, but it's something that adherents of the Frenzied Flame go on and on about. What am I looking for? What I'm looking for is this. Rogier's Rapier. Piercing sword of superior quality featuring intricate ornamentation. Signature weapon of the sorcerer Rogier. High dexterity is required to wield the blade to its full potential, but mastery is a sight to behold, characterized by a flowing style which excels in successive attacks. And its skill is Glint Blade Phalanx, which is used by enchanted knights who serve the Carrion royal family, aka Renala and her family. Form an arch of magic glint blades overhead, which will attack foes automatically, follow up with a strong attack to chain the skill into a lunging thrust. I just kind of want to see how it compares stat-wise. It is, despite being a +8 sword, considerably, maybe not considerably, but relatively weaker than the one I'm currently using. And I don't think I'm interested in using it. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Let's see. What else do we have to do? I guess what we ought to do is go back to this bugaboo here. Where are you? This ulcerated tree spirit, and see if I haven't improved to an extent that will allow me to defeat it. I feel pretty good. I've gained more levels than I had prior. I have improved spirit summons, and you can even hear the crucified guys from up here. And maybe more of a familiarity and confidence with fighting him now that I fought the one at the bottom of Stormvale. A truly awful sound. Let's, I don't think I need to worry about that just yet. Let's go down. Whee! Alright, let's go. Well, there you have it. See exactly where this guy stops. Alright. Probably should have waited, but you know, what are you gonna do? Good night. Ah, just you? I thought there was another one. Not that I'm at all complaining. Yes, I know you're there, and yes, I know you're there too. Oh! Hello! Could be worse. Whee! Alright. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Huh. I'm never 100% confident that I've dodged this thing. Such is my fear and loathing of it. Huh. Okay, well, I guess it's just you then. Well, that's fine. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, guys. The sound is quite faint, but you never know. You know? Terrible, terrible words. Ooh, yikes. Alright, let's go. Come on. Enough. Q. Shrimple is that. We are well positioned to fight against this terrible boss. Alright. Let's take a deep breath. Find our center. And remember, my name is Mildred. Want to be Flower Bud of Melania. And I've never known defeat for good. Ooh-wee. Ouch. Could be worse. Alright, here we go, here we go. Yeah, get that health back. And also, make sure that I have my, Okay, look, I know what you're going to do. Bye, guys. Wow. Nope, you didn't survive. That's okay. Don't be greedy. Greed is the game killer. A drink. Oh! Yeah. Okay, get up. Oh! A good run. I am satisfied with how I played that. Did I misread the signs that he was going to explode on me? Yes. Would I have been able to get away even if I did, given the camera angle? Debatable. Okay. Alright, get my runes, thank you. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna get away in time. Okay. I will take my health back, though. Thank you very much. That's fine. I keep waiting for him to explode. At this point, yep. Living in eternal paranoia of that. Come on. Oop. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Proof that it can be done. By any of you. I don't think there's anything else to pick up. Specifically, I don't think there are any root resins in here. Didn't drink a single flask, by the way. How's that? Is that what you wanted? But let's take a look at Banished Knight Oleg, who is the companion to Banished Knight Bill Engvall over here. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of Oleg, the Banished Knight, one of the two knights known as the Wings of the Storm. After his banishment, he attracted the notice of the Grace-Given Lord, aka Morgott, and later, having slain 100 traitors as the Lord's hand, Oleg earned the hero's honor of an Erd Tree burial here at this grave. Whoop, wrong button. I just wanted to confirm. Yes, Engvall is the other wing of the storm, and we picked up a golden seed as well. But we've read that many a time over. So what we're going to do instead is this. Wow, guys. After last Thursday, a refreshing change of pace. Now, of course, I've put in something like 15 levels since then. That might be an overstatement. More than 10, certainly. So the padding helped, but also the fact that I managed to do it this time without even needing a flask without getting too cocky, is a minor indication to me that I've gotten used to this enemy's patterns and am starting to be able to handle it with my character. We said vigor, and so vigor we shall invest. Only one more of those, and then I can start putting in mind points. Well, I've got about 10 minutes left. What do I want to do with that 10 minutes? I want to go fight another Crucible Knight is what I would like to do, if y'all will indulge me. We'll go fight that one that I abandoned. I believe it was House of Pain that said, "Not unga bunga of you for doing that." And while Mildred is doing her best to tamp down those those caveman urges of hers, there's still a little piece inside her that rankles at the thought of her unga not befitting a bunga. Oh, and that's the last of my fire arrows. Fire boners. Alright, stop. Come on, buttons. Buttons. Who's got the buttons? Nothing like a victory lap through Stormvale Castle, wherein we can comfortably say, you know, that was a waste of arrows, I just realized. We don't have to do things this way. Terribly sorry about that, but, you know, those birds... Those birds occasionally just need to be blown up after all the times they've blown the lot of us up. No, instead we can do things this way. Alright. Here we are. I'm not sure where the best place will be to challenge my boy to a bout of fisticuffs, and if you'll excuse me for a moment, I just want to see if there's anything I've missed over here. Only certain death. And I am not so witless and tarnished that I would covet that particular flavor of destined death. Ooh woo, hello. Wow. Oh no. Oof. Well. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured was going to happen in the Everjail. Not the ideal location to fight a Crucible Knight. Love their armor, though. That beautiful coppery armor with the axe motifs on the helmet. The incredible stance, the cape, the presence, the poise, the power. Who would not be enchanted by this illustrious order of the Primordial Crucible? Look at this guy. Well, I've got time, I think, for one more try. So let us hope I don't cock it up this time, eh? Here's the door. Alright. Alright. My runes are right down here. Well, right down there. I don't think he's going to get up and wander away on his own. Or her. Not all Crucible Knights are male. There's one notable female Crucible Knight by the name of Celeria. But I like to assume that it's roughly 50-50 with these knights. An equal opportunity knighthood. Oop. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Come on. Hi, bud. Come on. There we go. Homie. I'm just not gonna go for the follow-up attack. Cause why bother? Oh! Okay. Well, you know. I was trying to get him to fly off the cliff, but come on. Good night. And we got an aspect of the Crucible from that. And against all conceivable odds, I didn't lose my 11,000 runes that I left behind here. Let's go pick this up, see if it's worth anything. You know, almost. Okay. Things we need to read. Oh. Okay. Sorry, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Horns. One of the ancient Erdtree incantations creates a mighty horn on the caster's shoulder to gore foes from a low stance. Charging allows the caster to barrel into foes before delivering a final attack. Okay, the rest of that we've already read. Yet another manifestation. Real quick, I'm just going to fast travel to this one. And I will check real quick to see if I have enough golden seeds to increase my flask allocation. Sorry about the mic bump. And then we'll say our goodbyes for the week. Sad though it is to say, I've been streaming for about 2 hours now since I started a little early. But of course I will be delighted to see and hear from all of you again on Tuesday. Would that be April 4th? Yeah, April 4th, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. As we can see here, what I'm being asked for is 3 seeds, which I do not have. But anyway, I thank you all for your time, your indulgence, and I hope every one of you has a fantastic weekend. See each other again on Tuesday. Until then, this has been Valcorpa, out.